Okay, just a quick short video to explain where the time's gone, really, so you can appreciate a little bit, perhaps. So, for example, all these images that you provided, I had to convert them all to JPG firstly, make them workable, and then do quite a bit of tidying up to do your work justice. I mean, you've got high-end work, so it should have a lot of justice to it done with the imagery, really, rather than just mess. Anyway, I'll show you quickly what I mean. So here, for example, that's the original image. Actually, I've tidied it up a little bit, but I've straightened it and things. But that's the original image, pretty much. And then that's it, finished. Giving emphasis to your work. So as you can see, I've improved the colouring of the whole image. I've blurred the back of this guy with all the mess, the guy walking around and stuff like that, and also desaturated a little, taking the colour out a little, so you get more emphasis on your piece of work there. And I've done that throughout all of the images. Some of them take about 20 minutes, some of them take 40 minutes, depending on how hard they are to cut out. This one, as you can see, is quite easy to cut out. It's quite straight edge, and I applied a blur to within that selection area. Let's jump through some of the others that are good to show. So that's the original image for that one. Didn't show off your metal veneering too well, I don't think. And that's it after. I expanded the canvas, so we got a lot of workable area. I cut out all the background, and I added some drop shadow to kind of replicate the drop shadow you can see here, the realistic photographed shading that came with the picture. I increased all the levels, the brightness levels, contrast levels, saturation levels, etc., to showcase the metal veneering, because it does look gorgeous, and it needs to look gorgeous, really, when you show it off to other people. This isn't a complete waste of time just for your banners. I mean, we can use this on your website and things going forward as well. I mean, it's something you asked me to look at moving forward. The wood grain on this really shows up when I improved all the imagery. I won't get into everything I've done there, but as you can see the wood grain really well, and that should print hopefully well on your banners, unless the banners just aren't HD enough to showcase, but still we can use them on your website and so on. The Rolls Royce imagery, I'm not sure if I've got the layers showing for this. Yes, I have. So that was the image beforehand. Number 32 and all the garage in the background, which is fine to see on screen, but when you've got a banner, you really need to emphasize your work, really, which is this lady here. So I cut out all around the lady, give a lot of color tweaking and level adjustments, etc., and also blur the background to give even more emphasis to her. And that's just a theme that I've had throughout, really, all this work. What's the next one? This one took a while to cut out. Don't know if it was worth cutting it out. Perhaps you don't like the job enough, maybe. I don't know. But this is it afterwards. Again, put a little drop shadows in. But all of this lot, cutting it all out in detail, took some time. So nice crisp edges there. Now we've got a transparent image to work with for your website, etc. The wardrobe, fair bit of work on this. The edges were quite linear. As you can see, none of the perspective is straight on it, so it's quite warped. And this in particular, this top corner, the cornice, is, you can see, quite a fisheye kind of warp on that. So I tidied up all of that, and that's the result. Cut it all out, put the drop shadow on, increase the colours to show off your coating. Straightened the edge, so perspective warped it to make it all look perfect. Increased the size of it, 300 dpi, etc. CMYK, good for printing. That probably took about half an hour. This one didn't take too long either. It's about another half an hour, I think. As you can see here, that's a much better shot than that. Took out all the clutter of the roof. Blurred it a little, desaturated it a little, emphasized the coloring on this, sharpened it, increased the size of it, the dimensions, so it's nice and crystal clear. Yeah, so just done my best to showcase your work, really. I'll leave the video there just so you can appreciate a little bit of where the time's gone, rightly or wrongly maybe, but I just like to try and do a proper job, and I think your company is the kind of service that deserves it, the high clients that you've got, the high-end clients. So yeah, that's it.